As a brief note before getting into this video, I just wanted to say that I watched the 2010 version of this special, which was the version called Plan to Eradicate the Super Saiyans. So, the events I discuss will be based on the new version instead of the original version, so I haven't seen the original 1993 version. With that said, let's get into this scenario. From what I gathered from watching this special, I didn't see a specific moment that Hachiak was about to win and take out the heroes. Instead, the only time I noticed that the villains had a chance of winning was when the Ghost Warriors of Turles, Lord Slug, Frieza, and Cooler were about to kill the heroes. In coordination with the Destron gas weakening them, the villains had Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Trunks, and Piccolo blasted into a wall. They were about to blast and kill him, but Bulma then arrived, which she had produced a neutralizer for the Destron gas. Bulma distributing the neutralizer gave the heroes their ki back, so they normally went on to defeat these Ghost Warriors. This time, however, the change is that Bulma arrives slightly later than usual. Because of her being late, the Ghost Warriors then blast the heroes, thus killing them. Even when Bulma does arrive, she might be able to distribute the neutralizer, but it wouldn't do much. If the heroes are dead, they can't obviously follow up on defeating the villains, so nothing is there to stop them. The Ghost Warriors would quickly shoot down Bulma's plane, likely killing her in the process. Without her there to neutralize the gas and without the heroes there to defeat the Ghost Warriors, the people of Earth and the planet itself would continue to die. After all, it was stated in the special that it would take 70 days for the Destron gas to destroy all life on the planet. Some of the other heroes might try to take on the raiding Ghost Warriors, such as people like Tien, Krillin, and Yamcha, but they wouldn't stand a chance. They would be killed as well, so the Ghost Warriors would continue on with following whatever Dr. Lychee's orders are. Before getting into Dr. Lychee himself, there's one last thing I want to mention about someone on Earth. I don't usually discuss the later villains in these scenarios, but in this case it's hard not to. This special took place sometime during the 10 days between Cell announcing the Cell games and the day the Cell games would be. And the beginning part of this special takes place on Earth, where Cell is. While Cell is a bio-android, he is still a living thing, hence the bio part of his name. So, unfortunately for him, he would be weakened by the Destron gas and eventually killed by the Ghost Warriors. After this, the planet might eventually be completely destroyed by them once all of the life on it was wiped out. Now, back to Dr. Lychee. His major goal is to get revenge on all of the Saiyans by killing them. So, he and his Ghost Warriors would scour the universe for any remaining Saiyans. One such Saiyan they might find is Tarble, but since he isn't that strong, he would easily be killed. Another Saiyan they might find is Broly, and I mean the original DBZ version of Broly. In this special, Goku mentioned that Hachiak might be even stronger than Broly. This special was made before Dragon Ball Super, so Broly was not rewritten into his Dragon Ball Super version yet. I only brought this up because assuming that we're taking the Broly Second Coming movie into consideration, this means that Broly is out in space in his space pod. Normally, his pod would land onto Earth and he'd fall into a coma-like state. Without the Earth being there, his pod would continue to drift off through space until it eventually lands on another planet. Dr. Lychee and his Ghost Warriors might find him at this point, and assuming he still fell into his coma state, they would easily be able to take out the dormant legendary Super Saiyan. Since he has the ability to turn people with grudges against the Saiyans into Ghost Warriors, he could decide to turn Cell and Broly into Ghost Warriors as well. Also, with the power from the grudges that he received from people like Cell and Broly, he might have enough power to be able to awaken Hachiak. Now that Hachiak is active, he would travel the universe with Dr. Lychee and his Ghost Warriors, hunting down any remaining Saiyans. Once they are all killed, though, it's hard to tell what they would do. After all, in this special, Dr. Lychee never really mentioned any of his goals besides getting revenge on the Saiyans. There are two things that I could come up with that he potentially could try to do, but the first being to try and improve his Ghost Warriors. By this I mean that he could work on trying to develop it further so that he can get Ghost Warriors that didn't have grudges against the Saiyans. We've seen that he had no qualms against using Saiyans to do his bidding. He brought back Turles as one of these Ghost Warriors. So, imagine if he somehow managed to develop it so that he could get people like Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, and Trunks as Ghost Warriors. He might even try to bring back the other warriors they faced on Earth, such as Piccolo, Tien, Krillin, and Yamcha, if he figures out a way to do this. The other thing I could see him attempting to do is to try and bring back the Tuffle race. Since he has an expertise in science, he could work on trying to clone the Tuffles or use machinery to revive them through the use of advanced technology he develops. If they are revived, he would create a new Tuffle society that is ruled under him, though he would likely rule with an iron fist and be a paranoid and vengeful leader. With him being vengeful and if they are revived, I could easily see him trying to expand Tuffle's superiority across the universe. He could continue to develop new weapons like Hachiak and continue to grow his Ghost Warrior army to help in these conquests. Also, they will likely continue to use the Destron gas to aid in these invasions as well. He could end up having them target species that were like the Saiyans but had a history of conquering other planets, Saiyans. This is all just speculation, though, as he never stated what he wanted to do after he achieved his goal of getting revenge on the Saiyans. No matter what he decided to do, the universe would likely be at the mercy of his Ghost Warriors and scientific creations.